Okay, so we're gonna do a mukbang. I'm gonna be eating this board game. I'm just kidding. We have our cheesy tots. And then we have a spicy sandwich. These are only like 300 and something calories. This is a little higher. It's like 7. I think what holds the calories is definitely like because it's breaded.
That's about 7 miles of walking or 15,400 steps. She wasn't even satisfied when she was done. She brought up McDonald's.
Something I noticed about fast food, for me, it just doesn't like fill me up like it should. Like I'm content, which I should stay content, but it doesn't like make me super full unless I go to like McDonald's. Whenever I eat at McDonald's, like I get full rather quickly.
I wouldn't be surprised if she ordered more food within an hour of ending this video.
Oh my gosh. So excited. Amberlynn's trolling. Okay, I'm like ready. I'm hungry. You guys have been telling me, get help, get a dietitian. Why don't you have a dietitian? You have a therapist, why don't you have a dietitian?
Too much effort, and she won't stick with it anyways.
You've been to the doctor, why don't you have a dietitian?
Let's not push it. She was mostly going to the ER.
You have money, why don't you have a dietitian?
Buying journals and more Torrid clothes takes priority.
So I did go to Torrid. No, I didn't. I didn't go there. I ordered from there, sorry. And I spent $500 on a bunch of stuff. You're fat, why don't you have a dietitian?
Well, trolling her viewers while being the size of a bison has proven to be very lucrative, so there's that.
I have one now.
Amber was really only trolling herself with these videos.
Amberlynn's trolling. Okay.
Now she's on her platform crying because she's scared.
I just feel really scared. Like, genuinely. I just really hate this. Like, really, because like, oh my god, worst case scenario. Like, we know what the worst case scenario is, and it's just like, I don't want to go through that again. Least favorite, super easy, Charlie Gold. And if I have to explain why, then I just ain't got the time. I ain't got the time.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, my name is Charlie. Please consider subbing before you exit this video. YouTube is a very special platform. It has some of the weirdest shit you will ever see. Like a 600-pound woman announcing she has a dietitian while eating Burger King.
I have a dietitian, y'all. I have to eat this. I just feel sad when people think I'm gonna be bedbound because it's never happened. It's not gonna happen.
Mind you, that was probably an early afternoon snack. This specific mukbang was inspired by Trisha Paytas, probably during the peak of Trisha Paytas' mukbang era. Trying to capitalize off of that trend at almost 600 pounds was a choice. But then again, Amber's not known for making great choices. Now with this mukbang, Amber was also reading comments from a previous video. Amber knows exactly what her comments are about, but she claims she has thick skin.
So, I'm gonna be eating, obviously, but I'm also going to be reading comments. Now let's read comments for my newest video, which I know is gonna be harsh, but I have grown to have some tough skin, let me tell you.
I don't actually think Amberlynn has thick skin, which is fine. I just think Amber learned how to make a lot of money being mediocre, lazy, and really irresponsible with her health. And with the amount of money she was making around this time, I'm sure it was a decent band-aid for the comments she was receiving. Now this is the comment that gave us the iconic, "I got a dietitian, y'all."
First comment I see is from Madison Mukbang, and she says, "Stop it, get some help." I'm happy that's actually the first comment I see because I have a dietitian, y'all. I have to eat this.
6 years later, she needed way more than a dietitian. Well, she needed more than a dietitian back in 2018 as well. Back in 2018 and beyond that, with the views, engagement, and AdSense that Amberlynn was bringing in, she could probably easily have afforded a therapist, an OBGYN, a personal trainer, a quality meal delivery service, and probably some designer bags to carry those journals on the go. Instead, she was focused on spending thousands on Uber, Torrid, journals, earrings, and graphic tees for her partner, who was an underpaid caretaker. Years ago, I remember Amberlynn had revealed through an Instagram Q&A that she had spent around $7,000 on Torrid that year. $7,000. How much do you think she spent on professional help, say a therapist? I would be really interested to know the most Amber has spent on Uber in one solid year. Could you imagine that number? Granted, anything she ordered for a mukbang, she was probably making up to 100 times that in AdSense, but not every single order was for a mukbang. It probably seemed worth it at the time until you fast forward 2 years and all the following years after that. Looking back at this mukbang, so much of it was a big yikes, but this viewer comment and how Amber chose to respond aged so poorly.
This one's kind of long. Queen of the 99. And they said, why? I am a nurse and I have written this before. I've cared for so many people that ate their way into the ICU. They chose food over life. The BS, BP, edema, respiratory infections, SOB, wounds that won't heal due to DM2, and I can go on. These patients were in their early 40s and younger. 30 is around the corner, and I really hope that you take care of yourself. Best of luck to you, Amber. Thank you for being sweet.
Almost 2 years later, she was diagnosed with cancer, and 6 years later, she's having another cancer scare and on the third attempt at getting a CT scan.
And I find myself like just being happy lately, but every time I become happy and I feel motivated and excited for life, like I instantly think of like what I'm going through, and it just like gives me so much anxiety and worry and just like sorrow, just like heavy sadness. And I'm just really worried. And the reason why like I'm crying about it now is because like it just came back today. So I did get a call today and my CT scan is scheduled again for the third time tomorrow. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Next comment is from Tedinator Cruz. Who else here legitimately believes that Amberlynn will end up bedbound? So, funny story is,
what's sad is down the line, she essentially admitted to pretty much being bedbound, so she could have skipped this question altogether. But let's see how she answered.
So I've actually been walking more, moving more. My breathing's been better. So I feel like I'm actually doing a lot better. Next comment from Tessa. I need to eat to survive, when in reality you need to stop eating to survive. Not quite, honey.
6 years later, she's paying a lot of money for Ozempic, so I guess that viewer was right, honey. Amber said it herself, she's taking those injections, even though she has a fear of needles, to save her life.
If you're afraid of needles, why would you choose a medication that is a shot? So stupid. To save my life.
You need to eat to survive. If I totally completely stopped eating, yeah, I'd lose weight. I could probably survive 2 weeks, but then I die.
She knew exactly what that viewer meant, but trolling and rage baiting for engagement was the name of the game.
I think I'm done with those comments. Y'all harsh.
She covered just enough comments to make sure she had a flood of new ones coming in once that video posted. Amber has been calculated and successful at making a lot of money on the platform. She's just incredibly dumb for risking her life in the process.
What I've learned, like when I first started YouTube, like if I got someone just telling me, oh, I don't like your earrings, that like broke my heart. Like I was like, why are they so mean? And now I just don't care about anything.
Damn, I know she wishes she was getting those comments again, because 6 years later, essentially a lot of viewers are saying if she has cancer again, it is what it is.
Like I'm just very numb to it all. I think that's why I do sometimes read the comments, because I just don't care.
It's been a while since I asked this, because I do believe Amberlynn has more redeemable qualities than Chantel, and I get it, the bar is low. But what are 2 steps Amberlynn could do for you as a viewer, for you to not only take her a bit more seriously, but to genuinely show support towards her again, if you ever did? in the past. I'll start. The first thing she could do is log off for a minimum of 3 months. No uploads, no Instagram stories, no posting on TikTok, no community posts. Obviously, let viewers know beforehand what she's planning because she is 500 pounds. So for someone who's 500 pounds, who's always been so public, to go radio silent, that can mean different things, especially at her size, which is probably why her mom was banging on her window just the other day, which is so dark and so sad. And I hope Amberlynn connected that.
It looks like I just woke up. That's probably because I did. So I have never slept so hard in my life. Like literally so hard. Like my mom was trying to call me and I wasn't answering the phone. She was super worried. I woke up to 72 notifications from her because I always answer her calls. But how I woke up is she came banging on my window and she was so worried and she started crying when she saw me. She thought something bad happened, which I get it, because I never not answer my phone, but like I was out.
Second thing, upon her return, at least show viewers that she's worked through a lot of these played out cycles. Of course, you could do a lot more, but it would be a start. See, the bar is low. The bar is extremely low, and she can't even do that. I've been watching Amber for years. I don't actually think she'll change much. She could prove me and a lot of viewers wrong. However, she's made so much money through the years and continues to make a lot of money with the same repeated formula. There's no incentive to change, even if the incentive is saving her own life. Now, when it comes to this mukbang compared to others, it was still pretty bad, especially since you could see the disappointment in her face when she was done.
Something I noticed about fast food, for me, it just doesn't like fill me up like it should. Like I'm content, which I should stay content, but it doesn't like make me super full unless I go to like McDonald's. Whenever I eat at McDonald's, like I get full rather quickly.
She probably made that McDonald's order afterwards. I've had Burger King more times than I can count. However, I never thought that a sandwich and some dry ass looking cheesy tots would be equivalent to over 15,000 steps at my size, weight, and mobility. What a joke. Since this mukbang, it's obvious Amberlynn has lost weight, but a lot of her behavior when it comes to her relationship with food seems the same. In my opinion, any current changes right now are due to the weight loss drug. So what happens when she stops taking it? That's the conversation I really want to have very soon. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for joining me today and taking a walk down memory lane. If you did enjoy it, please consider doing all the things that pushes it in the algorithm. Thank you in advance. Oh, before I go, let me leave you with my workouts for the past week. I'll see you guys in the comments. Later, guys.
Oh my god. And no, I'm not a troll. Oh my god, that's like a new thing. I feel like this video is a mess. I love this part. It's like rah, rah, rah. Anyways.
What the hell does she have merch for anyway? What the fuck do these friggin' reaction channels have merch for, some of them?